Welcome to my channel once again. It seems the menace of the Fulani Herdsmen are now spreading all over the country, and it's getting worse, on daily basis. They're not getting more and more there, pushing further and further for their agenda, so basically it seems that the government has been overstretched, or really the armies and the budget and everything has been overstretched, because these guys are really on the rampage from the core north, where they are fighting the Hausas, the Hausa farmers, to the middle belts, to the southern Nigeria. So it's now becoming a daily occurrence. Hundreds of people are being killed in various parts of the country because of this menace. And it seems that there's no end to sight about this problem. It's like a well-organized hit and run fight. Okay, in various communities, even in my own state, suffered casualties. Okay, people were killed, and it seems the government have lost idea on how to tackle these people. Fulanis are really killing Nigerians, the natives, for no reason at all. For no reason, just for being a farmer. You're going to your farm to do your work, and that's it. I don't know what their plans are. It has been speculated about what they want to do, but it seems the government has lost an idea on how to tackle these people, because basically the fear is that cannot tackle them. The Jackson's case is a case in point. If you fight them, then the court will sentence you to death. Exactly, for fighting them. So what choice do the citizens have again? The women, the people are demonstrating, the people are really trying to bring to the attention of the government how severe these cases are. But it seems the government are acting like ostrich. Okay, they just don't want to do anything, hoping that the problem over time will just fizzle away and nobody will talk about it. But I can bet you this is a very, very long, this is not ending today. The fight, these killings and herdsmen, trying to take over people's land, will not end today. Because if you look at the climate change, what is happening, especially in the Sahel region, because most of these Fulanis are coming from other West African countries, okay? Yeah, and the desertification is really encroaching in every part of Sahel region, from Mali to Niger, to Chad, to Central African Republic, all those Sahel regions, even our own Lake Chad. Even the Lake Chad in Bonu is drying up at a very, very fast rate, that probably in not less than 10-15 years, it must have lost everything there. So those things are pushing those guys down south. So if you think that this is just a tea party that will end soon, I bet you it's not ending soon. Okay, because once they start to push their cattle down south, then the fight will ensue. Okay, they want land by all means, and they want to force you on it. That's why their brothers, when Buhari was in power, Buhari wanted to establish Ruga, wanted to establish all these archaic colonial cattle routes that run from the north to south. Okay, so that the cattle can be moving from north to south, on land in this 21st century, which is not possible. So that was their plan. And also at a time, he wanted to take over the coastal area. The Minister of Agriculture wanted a bill that will make the federal government to own the whole coastal land in Nigeria. So basically what they wanted to do was to settle their people along those areas of Nigeria, okay, where their cattle can feed and they will, expand. So basically they never meant well for Nigeria. It's all about the personal interests of their Fulani brothers. So basically, if what these guys are doing continues, the country is weaker. Very, very economically, Nigeria is struggling. Military, Nigeria is struggling in every facet of it. So it reminds me about all the Romans in the hands of the barbarians. Okay, because whether you like it or not, these Fulanis are barbarians. Okay, there's no negotiation. They would like to take it all. Whether it's your land or not, they don't care. What they want is to take your land, use it, and settle themselves. So, and if you look at how the Romans fell after centuries of domination, it's people like this that did that, okay? Destabilize the empire. And if you look at it, the Fulanis are destabilizing Nigeria. Either they're the political Fulanis or the nomads or the herdsmen Fulanis. They are really destabilizing Nigeria, okay? And I don't know what is related, but politically Nigeria is struggling, economically Nigeria is struggling. And you have economy that has been strained so much. The resources that would have been used for other things like social security, economic growth, investment in infrastructure, in schools, in health, are now being pumped into fighting terrorism in the north, banditry in the north, kidnapping everywhere, and it never ends. It's just a litany of from one challenge to the other. And whether you like it or not, it affects us. Just that government wouldn't like to tell you, because basically they are not accountable to you. Okay. But the fact is that there is a decline in Nigerian economy. There's a decline in our political structure. Everything is like overstretched. Okay. We are fighting. The farmers can no longer go to farm to do their farming. And that's another way of creating jobs, but it's no longer there. Okay. In my state, farmers no longer go to farm. Exactly. And we have a government, and they're really powerless. They can't do much. Okay. So it's quite pathetic that we have gotten to this level where we might turn out to be the Roman Empire. Okay. Just struggling in the last days. You might call it, probably these people might be, it's not even about any political problem. These Fulanis might be the people that will bring Nigeria to its knees with what they are doing in the hinterlands. Fighting farmers and, forcing people out of their homes. And the government is powerless. They can't do it. And I'm telling you, it's not ending, because desertification is pushing them south. Desertification is pushing them south. And their final destination is the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, that's their final destination. So as they continue to push from the north, they are at war with the Hausas, they are at war with the Middle Beltans, they are at war with the Yorubas, they are at war with the Igbos, they are at war with the southern minorities. And it is like from one bad news to another about their menaces in the south and in the north. And over the years, they have been bolden enough, especially by Buhari. Okay, Buhari made them what they are today, and it can only get worse unless the government stand up. The government cannot stand up, because their brothers are in power. Yeah, the Fulanis are the ones ruling over Nigeria, so there's no way you can fight them. If you fight them, they'll use the judiciary against you. So what choice do you have? Just tell me. If you can't use judiciary to get justice, what choice again do you have? Okay, just like during NSAS, there's nobody to report to. So basically, people have to find a means of defending themselves, defending their communities from these ravaging Fulani Herdsmen. Because at the end of the day, you pay with your blood or with your tears. Okay, and nobody cares about it. You become another statistics of people who died in the hands of the Fulani Herdsmen. That when this thing will end, but I'm telling you, it can only get worse. And government have lost an idea on how to tackle this thing. And basically, their plan could be to use communities to set up some Fulani enclave where they will be selling their cattle. But no community will allow that because of the past experience with these guys. Herdsmen now become a constant menace to Nigerian citizens, to the natives, Nigerian, because they want land and they want to forcefully take it from you. They want to assert their power by all means. And with that, there will always be fights. And with that fight, it will affect the security of Nigeria. It will affect the economy of Nigeria. And probably what will happen, nobody will know, because the communities will rise and fight back if the government doesn't do what they're supposed to do.